Okay, we're gonna start.
I know. That part.
Hi, ladies. Listen,
Hey.
we are here. I'm here with one of my besties, my business partner, my dear friend,
Yes.
Renee Holman Brown, and we are here today just having a little chit chat. We're talking about self-care and we're just talking about flourishing. Really,
Yes.
we're here at Flourish Cafe. Guys, it's so gorgeous here, and we love this place.
Yes.
I'm drinking my London Fog. Listen, this tastes amazing. And we're just having a little girl chat. So we thought we would just bring you in and, have a chat with you as well. So today we're talking about flourishing.
Flourish.
That's our word, right?
That is our word for the year.
Totally.
And next year.
Yes, and the year after
And
that.
the year after that. We're just flourishing.
Yes, so we're talking about flourishing, and when I think about flourishing, I also think about how important it is as a woman, as a mom, as a CEO, a wife, all of those things, even a daughter. Right now I'm experiencing being a caretaker. So those things are so important. Self-care is what comes to mind when I think about flourishing, because it's so important to just remind yourself at times that it's okay to take care of you. And so I'm talking about flourishing because self-care just is one of those things I think oftentimes as women and ladies we just we just don't do enough.
We don't do enough.
Like, we don't put ourselves on the schedule.
That part.
Yeah. And that's not good, ladies. Like, we really have to spend time just taking care of ourselves. And we were talking about on the way, we were talking about our skincare.
Yes.
Like, I'm totally into it. I'm totally into skincare, right? So just having that moment in the morning and at nighttime before you go to sleep, like, to have your little routine. Sometimes lighting a candle. I've been doing that, like lighting a candle for just like aromatherapy while I'm doing my routine, and just really being mindful that I'm loving on myself a little bit, right? And I think it's so important that we do that.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think it's crucial.
Yeah.
I think it's essential. I think it shouldn't be optional that we come last, so we have to put ourselves into the schedule, and just like a mandatory meeting that we would have with a potential business partner or a client, we wouldn't reschedule that, or we wouldn't cancel it. We may reschedule it, but we wouldn't cancel it.
Yeah.
And we have to put ourselves on that schedule like a mandatory appointment. So whatever that looks like, if it's 20 minutes for a skincare routine, or it's sitting down with a friend for lunch, just those things that really fill your tank up. I think oftentimes we are giving from an empty cup, and that's not the way that God designed us to operate. We're supposed to receive some, fill our cups up, and then give from the overflow.
Absolutely.
And the only way that happens is by filling our cup and being intentional about our time, being intentional about what we are thinking, what we are focusing on, and sometimes putting it all down for just a moment. And breathing. And just being content with where we are. Even if it's not comfortable, being content and knowing that whatever season we're in it for a reason, and the season is going to change at some point.
Yeah. I love what you said about just being intentional. I think the intentionality of your own self and giving back to yourself is a form of love, right? And so when you're taking those moments, you talked about filling your cup. I'm filling my cup right now, guys.
Fill your cup. I got my seat right here.
It's half empty, but we're gonna fill it up before we leave. Fill your cup up. Like, we're supposed to give out of our overflow, and so we're not doing that. Then we're already operating from a deficit, right?
That part.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, sometimes we wonder, like, why am I so crying? Why am I weepy? Why am I feeling like I can't focus? Why can't I sleep? Why I'm sitting here, I'm tired, but I can't go to sleep. And oftentimes it's because we're trying to scrape the cup. We don't have any more to give. And even when we're sitting down for for rest, it's not intentional. We're just sitting down, you know, because we're exhausted at that point. And
Yeah.
I think that we have to be intentional about minding our body. So what does it look like when I'm overly tired? What does it look like when I'm overstimulated? What does it look like when I'm overworked? And catching ourselves before we get to that exhaustion.
Yeah.
You know, where it takes a lot to refill our cup at that point, or our bodies just shut down on us, because it will do that.
Yeah.
It will do that. So.
And we're a mess too.
Okay.
When we're scraping the bowl there,
Scraping.
like
Scraping.
we're a mess.
It's not even proper etiquette.
know I
right?
am.
It's not proper etiquette.
So I made a cake the other day. Like
Oh.
I did. I love to bake because baking for me, it releases a certain calm. It's like therapy to me.
She's never given me any cake. I'm
Now
just
eating
saying.
the cake is the problem. Okay, but that's another whole topic that we'll get into
But I've
later.
never even tried the cake.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna give
can
you
I get a slice?
I'm gonna give you a slice
Something?
or two. Matter of fact,
Just-
I might
just
give
one,
you
just
no.
one,
I might
just
give you
one, just
a quarter of the cake
Just
because
one.
I gotta get it out the house.
Just need a slither, just a taste.
But I made the cake because I realized that how much I enjoy just baking, you know, and that is part of just that wanting to kind of take care of myself and kind of get back to those things that minister to my soul.
Minister to my soul.
Let me say it that way, like it ministers to my soul, the soul of who I am. And that form of caring for yourself, it replenishes you, and it gives you that that just sense of calm. I like to say a sense of calm, and not only spending time with God, like you know, the Word in worship, and just sometimes just putting on like a worship song and just really being able to allowing that song to just permeate your spirit and bring your spirit to the forefront, where you're really mindful now of what I like to say God conscious. You're now more conscious of Him and who He is and what He's brought to your life, how He's bringing you out of things, how He's sustaining you through some things, you know, and how He's keeping you from going down of, you know, having some traumas and different experiences like that. So it's so important to just take that moment to care for yourself, right? So we've got something coming up that I totally want her to just get all in it because it's part of that just being aware of you need to self-care and that step away from life and just really fill yourself back up again.
Absolutely.
Tell them about it because I'm excited.
So we came to Flourish Cafe because we are talking about Flourish Women's Wellness Retreats. Listen, this is my baby, y'all. It is my baby.
Yes.
And I prayed for a space where women can come and feel safe, where connections could happen, sisterhood could be created, and we can take off all of our hats just for a little while and just escape from the busyness of the world, escape from the responsibilities. They'll still be there when we get back, so we can take a moment away.
Absolutely.
Escape a little bit, explore some methods of healing and rejuvenation, and really emerge flourishing in every area of our lives. So we tap into our mind and doing mindfulness practices and meditation, all centered in biblical principles. So I think that's important to say because you don't have to worry about coming and feeling some type of way, but everything's aligned with God, which I love. So it enriches our souls as well because we spend time worshiping. We have intentional worship time. We have intentional time when we're getting into the Word and seeing what God says about being healthy. Because God wants us to be healthy, and oftentimes in our fitness, I don't know why we think that He's separate from it. But in order for us, He's not. In order for us to carry out everything that He's giving us, we have to be in the healthiest state of mind, body, and soul. So I'm really looking forward to it. This year, our focus is deeply rooted, and we are exploring how the intersections of health, healing, and heritage all work together so that we can flourish and so that we can bear much fruit. Not just a little bit of fruit that's dried up and rotten, but flourish, okay? Seriously, because we shouldn't just be birthing one thing. We have many things to birth. As women, we just hold so many things, and out of this, we come into a season of flourishing, a season into seeing the visions that God has given us, and being able to operate as whatever we operate as. If it's mom, great. If it's wife, great. If it's single woman, great. Whatever it is, though, we are flourishing because we're watering ourselves in that area. So we have good ground. We have sisters around us that are coming to support us. So
love that part.
That part. And I think we came away from 2023. Some women came away saying, I didn't know that I needed more friends, or I didn't know that I needed a sister, but I found a sister here.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, so that sisterhood is a huge piece of Flourish. And listen, you need to be there. you absolutely need to be there.
Yeah.
Did I say where it was? I don't think I
You
said.
didn't say. Why don't you tell them?
Okay, so it's in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, August 1st through the 4th, and it's just at a beautiful boutique resort, meaning that we'll basically have it to ourselves.
It's beautiful, y'all.
It is
so beautiful.
Right on the beach, and we'll be doing mindfulness, a Sisu life session. If you haven't heard about that, you just have to come and experience it.
This is my favorite.
You just have to come and experience it because nobody else is doing it because it's mine.
It's hers.
But just combining what God has given me, my love of movement, and the gift that He's given me for mindfulness, and blending them two together, and then asking Him, what is my message? What is His message that He wants to share with you?
Yes.
And I'm in prayer about that all year long, so that time is just a pouring into you, but it's not from me, it's from God. So I'm just really excited about it. So it's at Zoetry in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, August 1st through the 4th. Registration is coming to an end really soon, but we want you to be there because it's time for you to flourish. It's time for you to flourish.
It's time to flourish, ladies. I'm loving all of that. I cannot wait because I've never been to the DR, so I'm I'm totally psyched about that part. And it's such a beautiful environment to just really behold the vast and amazing awesomeness of God. Like, you feel His presence when you're going through these different we call them workshops.
Workshops.
Just being on the beach, it's just like, I don't know, like, you just gotta experience it. It's an experience that really is just unusual, I think. I've been to other retreats before, and it's just something different. It's just something that God is doing in each individual woman. And so you get to experience that. You get to step away for a moment. You get to really feel maybe relaxed for the first time in a long time. And it's so needed today. Like I said, you can't just not think about yourself all year long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
expect to be okay.
You do it for you do so much for everyone else, and it's like, when are you going to think about you? When are you going to be intentional about really taking some designated time to refuel, refire yourself, get some clarity on some things, get some peace in your heart about some things. And now, you have to go back home. However, you go back home feeling more secure and confident, right? That those things are not going to take you.
They're not.
They're not going to overcome you.
Right.
You have the strength of all of the sisterhood behind you. And I think the power of that is so great, in itself, that you really get to feel this strength behind you, holding you up, saying, sis, go, you got this.
You got this.
You got this, right? And so I encourage you ladies to go to flourishwellnessretreat.com, check out the information. But most of all, I encourage you to sign up because time
is ticking.
That clock is ticking, and I need you to be able to sign up, and I want to see you there. Like,
Yes.
we want to see them there, right?
I want to see them there.
Right?
Yes.
And it's
There's
okay.
a special place just for you.
Yes. So
So if you're hearing this and you're saying, I need that,
yeah.
then you're supposed to be there.
Yes.
And we are going to trust God that He'll take care of all of the resources. He'll take care of the babysitter. He'll take care
All
of
that.
the job. He'll take care of
Yep.
all of that because He has assigned this time
Mhm.
for you to step away and for Him to pour into you. For you to be surrounded by sisters and love.
Just
and,
love, yeah.
You know, there's places that you need to heal. We'll be focusing a little bit on that this year. We'll be talking about our health and walking
Yes.
away with plans of action.
Yeah.
I think that
like
was one of the things last year. We walked away with declarations that
Mhm.
we're still holding each other accountable for.
That was powerful. It was
Yeah.
really powerful.
So
I love it.
it's not just a weekend. It is
Yes.
a movement. It's a movement. Yes. And you need to be a part of it because when we are together, when we are united, we move things forward. You know how women do.
I love
We
it.
get it done. So
Yes, strength
come
in
on.
numbers. Come on, ladies.
Come
Want
on,
to see
ladies.
you
Come to
there.
Flourish.
Yes, we want to see you there. And happy flourishing.
Happy flourishing.
Listen,
Listen, flourishing looks good on you.
it looked good on you
Yes, it looks
too.
good on
Yes.
you. It looks good on you too.
Listen, how you enjoying your soup?
It's good. I'm about to dive in.
It's going. All right, ladies. See ya.